Hi, welcome to my channel, Rohit Speaks. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about how a solar cell actually works. Some of you might be aware how it works. This is for people who just are curious like how it works and want a simple explanation for it. So this video is for that. So much further ado, let's get into it. Um, Let me get my pointer up real quick. Okay. So this is what your typical solar cell looks like, or your solar panel looks like. You have seen it has grids of lines and lines, and it looks like black in color with the glass on it and all of that. So technically what it has two layers of silicon, which is coated with a couple of chemicals. The top layer is called silicon, which has coated with phosphorus or some other chemical which has extra electrons in them. It's so for simplicity, it has something which is gonna get extra, which will run when there is a light is hit when it gets hit by solar energy or solar light. That extra electrons will start running around, and what will happen is it will go through this layer to the next layer, and so the top layer is covered with some kind of chemical which has an extra electron, and the bottom layer is covered with which doesn't have one electron or one. So basically, it has one space on the top and bottom space is empty. So what will happen is as soon as the light is hit, that extra electron is going to jump through this layer and going to go and occupy this, which is empty, and try to occupy that. And if you connect, so that is the flow of electrons. So electricity is basically flow of electrons. So when the solar energy or solar light hits this panel, the extra electron which is covered on the silicon with plus phosphorus will travel through this and try to occupy the boron or iodides which is covered in the bottom layer of the silicon and try to go through this. And if you connect a metal electrodes through that, what will happen is electricity or electrons are going to go through this. So you will kind of create. So now this is extra, this is hole. It will cover that hole. And now if you have connected that hole, that electrons will flow and go back again here. And then it will keep going. And by that time, you have created a flow of electrons, and that is creating electricity. So basically, the top layer has extra electrons, bottom layer has one electron less. And to allow that electron from top layer to go to the bottom layer and create a flow of electrons, you need solar energy to do that. As soon as the solar energy hits that, these are very excitable. Phosphorus is one of them, which has extra electron. They are very excitable. They are called as photovoltaic cells. As soon as solar energy hits, it's going to get excited, and that electron, now it's going to remove that and it's going to go down into that. So this is what it shows. Basically, it goes black dot increase extra, and this is whole, so it will flow through that. And if you connect a metal electrode through it or a wire through it, the electrons is going to go flow through that, give you electricity. And while the sun is still going, this is going to just circulate and create electricity with the flow of electrons. Um, Again, this energy can be stored, can be used to power, and you can create bunch of grids with it. Now, this is basically to create electricity, you need flow of electrons. And in solar cells, the top layer, the N-type layer of silicon, is covered with phosphorus or some kind of chemical which has extra electrons. And the bottom layer is called P-type, which is again silica coated with boron, which has one less electron. So that you allow whatever that extra electron to occupy that space so it can travel through that. And that creates a circuit. Okay, so this is how normally a solar cell works. So I just created this video in case people were curious, like how does this work and how electricity is generated? This is how it is generated. So with that, I'll switch off this video and I'll meet you on the next one. Bye for now.